Boz. This is the first match for Chris Miller in a Northland ring since August 2020. Years ago, Chris Miller was banished from Northland for losing a loser leaves town match, a no disqualification match, that involved Cody James at the time. Since then, Cody James, Chris Miller, they formed a tag team alliance, CNC Destruction, that was very formidable. They dominated tag team wrestling for a time. And there's a lot of history between these two men. Chris Miller and Steve Boz have clashed in singles and tag matches in recent years. Both have exchanged wins and losses. Steve Boz, TJ Steele, a part of the Bruise Brothers. They had a heck of a rivalry with CNC Destruction for a time. But Miller's back, and for the biggest event of the year, so is superstar Steve Boz. He went 3-0 back in 2022 in Northland Pro Wrestling. And he's been pretty much unstoppable in a Northland Pro Wrestling ring in the past. Dominant in Northland Pro Wrestling's recent memory. And Steve Boz is a very, very popular star in Northland Pro Wrestling. Like Larry, Steve Boz and Miller has to bail out of the ring. Crowd clamping it up. Miller trying to recover on the floor. Miller, 10 years as a pro. He understands in a championship match like this as the challenger, he's the one that's got to pin Boz or make him submit. Otherwise, he will not win the title. The match has to end in the ring. And Miller immediately returned back to the ring and was the aggressor with his kicks and strikes. Watch out over the top. Nice hits as his takeover. Miller trying to roll out of the ring. You can sense Miller's a little frustrated at the moment, and there's a reason for it. So far, he's been out-wrestled, he's been outclassed. Miller's getting frustrated. The fans do not like the fact that he showed allegiance for Green Bay, Wisconsin, and Aaron Rodgers before this match started. Up kick caught by BOZ. Side handlock applied by superstar Steve Boz. Outstanding winning streak. Metra Division champion and the sister promotion of Northland Pro Wrestling. Chicago Star Wrestling takes the shoulder table. Leapfrog by Boz. And here is the series of kicks and the combinations that Boz has used to put multiple opponents down. And Miller again rolls to the outside. The teacher, the trainer, the mentor of future stars in the Chicagoland Pro Wrestling scene and the Midwest scene. Vintage Boz, who loves to outslug the opposition on the floor. Fans getting a little up close and personal with the action right here. Miller is not doing well at the moment. We're going to hang out at the bar a little early here, or what? Kevin Woods arguing the fact that the action should return to the ring instead of by the bar. The innovator of Body by Boz also likes to work hard and play hard. And the shot's not going to go down the throat the right way if you're going to hit him that way like that. Forget that low blow. Boz with the muscularity in his thighs to block the shot. Miller very aware. Oh yeah, that's the power of Chris Miller right there. Fallaway slam, very well done. Chris Miller, deceptively one of the strongest of the bunch in pro wrestling and Lucha Libre today. And in the past, Chris Miller has neutralized Steve Boz by going after his knee. Will he go after his knees again? Chris Miller has a lot to prove, and he's got a lot of hatred in Northland. Everyone remembers how this career killer used to terrorize Northland Pro Wrestling in the past. And he would love to end Boz's career tonight and make a name for himself. He's done it to Willie Richardson. Miller with a very bad attitude. One of the master evildoers in all of pro wrestling around this region. He's got an objective, and that's to end the career of Steve Boz tonight and take the title away, and maybe take his fan base away as well. Springboard! Now spotty press, but only one count. Miller too strong. And that's the benefit of Miller earlier in this match, exiting the ring. Miller did the right thing. He went low on Boz, no leg takedown, and now he's got the Boston Crab executed in the middle of the ring. Might as well call it the Wisconsin Crab at this rate. Chris Miller, one of the most versatile wrestlers of the bunch, can wrestle any style inside the ring. He's a bully, he's a trash talker. And he's got a target on him, that's for sure. Boz is able to get his hand clasped on the bottom rope to force the rope break. Got a lot of championship action tonight. This is just the first title match. Next Division Championship to be decided right here. Chris Miller stopping down on VLZ in the ring. Chris Miller has used a sledgehammer in the past to smash his opponents when they least expect it. And Boz is in danger of losing his title here tonight. And I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. Miller has got to be considered, if not the top contender, one of the very best in this entire region. Boz in a seated position on the top turnbuckle pad on the near side. Miller's going to join him on the ropes. And no matter who you are, no matter how you do it, you take a fall from up there, you might not be the same. And they are getting ever so much closer to the ceiling, which makes it even more dangerous for someone to take a fall from that height. Uh-oh, Miller got caught. Boz has him cinched in. Tornado DDT. Champion and challenger are down right now. Who's going to get up first? You bring the heavy artillery. It's the battle of the Savant Kick versus the crossface. Chris Miller would love to make Steve Boz pass out to that signature move here tonight. Boz erupts to his feet with a flying shoulder tag. And then again, the superstar, the trainer, teacher, and legend of the scene, the master of pro wrestling. Up and over, the float over, trying to go for the cutter. Boz swings Miller around. Going with the up kick. And there it is. He dropped the leg on the back of the head of Miller. Whoa! 2 3/4. That was the closest fall so far in this match. And Boz dangerously close to putting away Miller, but Miller's hanging in there. Metra Championship at stake. The champion in firm control at this moment. Tried to spin him around to Boz. Chris Miller with a spine buster. Boz is not moving. Whoa. And this time it's Chris Miller's turn, and he almost won the match right there. The CSW Training Academy has consistently turned out some of the top stars of the ring, several of them going on to national television. Some appearing on All Elite Wrestling, NWA, Impact Wrestling. You want to be a future star of the ring, odds are you're going to be trained by one or both of these individuals. Oh, for heaven's sakes, Boss just kicked his head off. What a springboard shot that was. Well, Boss retained. Northland Pro Wrestling, our first of several title matches tonight. You can see the look of disbelief in Boss's face that he didn't win it right there. He kicked him as hard as he could, and it still wasn't enough. You have a feeling Chris Miller is going to have to do something sneaky in order to try to win this match. Trying to attack Boss from behind, it didn't work. Boss was ready for it. And there's the pump kick by Chris Miller that's been so effective in him neutralizing opponents of any size before. Pedigree, that might be it. That's one of his signature moves. Nope, Boss got the shoulder up in time. This isn't over yet. Got a bit of a verbal disagreement here between some of the fans and Miller, Kevin Woods and Chris Miller. Metra Championship, the title that Chris Miller has been on the pursuit of for a long time. Chris Miller, a multiple-time tag team champion, and some would say he's the reason why Boss is no longer a tag team champion in this scene.